Welcome to your power. I forgot the name of this class, but welcome to your power. So, if you hadn't had any access before this, hi, my name is Lorena. I'm a certified facilitator of access consciousness and talk to the entities. And today I will walk you through the tools of talk to the entities, and we will talk about power and not only. And so if you're not familiar with access, today we will use this clearing phrase, which you don't have to understand, which sounds like right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100, shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. And what it does, it's to help you clear a lot of shit. You don't have to understand it, just use it. So, I haven't done one of these free Zooms in a very long time. I'm actually really excited about this. And I was talking 2 or 3 weeks ago when we actually decided to do this Zoom with Frederic. Give up an applause to Frederic.
Hello.
Who's the host for one of the upcoming Talk to the Entities classes in France. We will talk about that later. It's in beautiful Côte d'Azur, just mentioning that. And we were speaking about psychic attack. Actually, not quite about psychic attack, but also about psychic attack. And I know in many cultures, especially Romania, and we have some Romanians on, there is that such thing of somebody thinking bad of you, and then everybody and everything is turning bad towards you. So I want to cover this in this class, but not only this. Where should we start? So what is power for all of you? What does power mean to you? And when you think of yourself, do you think of yourself as being powerful? Like, do you have power attached to your name when you think of you, or when you think somebody else thinks of you? Like, are they scared of you or something? And everything that brings up for you, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100, shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. So what does power mean to you? Everything that is. Will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100, shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. So, like, sometimes you think of somebody and maybe you are not scared of them, but you are like, oh, they are powerful, or I hope you get the energy of that. Like, they're this big thing Like they are totally over me. Like I'm talking from some sci-fi movie. And all that, all the energy that you put towards that and towards maintaining that will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyond. So who have you made more scarier, bigger, powerful, overwhelming than you? Who dictates what you have to choose, how you have to be, and everything else, and all the other secret agendas you have. I will never be that person, even if it's from judgment. I will never be that person because she's such a bitch. She gets everything she wants. She's such a bitch. I will never be like her. I will never get what I want. And everything that brings up. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds. And the way I put it, it's like so simple, but you really have to look at this. Like who are all those people, or what are all those things that you made unreachable, untouchable, that you put so far away from you, but that you actually would like to be. Or whatever that is for you. So, and for some of you, it may just be your parents. And this was like a long, I've heard this conversation like many, many times of how many people don't want to outcreate their family. And they decided they don't want to have more money than them because they think, oh, I'll have to give them money. Or it doesn't have to be about money, but this is very common. And everything that is for you. Will you destroy and uncreate it all, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember now why we created this. I love this conversation about putting someone over yourself and
Frederick, you are breaking up.
did you hear?
You are back. You are back.
Okay. So I like this conversation about putting someone over you, greater than you, with more power of you, about you. But I remember now why we talk about it. It was because I think I asked something about the moment in my life I had the most problem was when I have some people that hated me and that were thinking about me very badly. And so in my life, I had a lot stop, break, struggles and things like that. So I was wondering if in this case, this can affect you, or this can affect your life when people think badly about you. And it was about my apartment and the people living in my apartment. And so it was a big mess at this time. And so I was wondering if it affects, or just thinking badly of a person can affect you, and how can you know it? Because most of the time I didn't realize that, and I just realized it when something happened. I don't remember what it was at this time, but someone just think badly about me and send me a really bad message, and then after there was something breaking in my life, and so I was, hey, is it possible? So that's why we created that, and you helped me a lot with that. So hope it's more clear for me how it happened. But I think it's very useful for everybody in this case. I don't know if for you it's yeah, something interesting for you, but
yeah. So, and then we will take the other French question, or maybe, okay, so I will go afterwards with a French question. So another big thing that some people may have heard like million times is your point of view creates your reality. So for me, I was like, okay, I got this information of my point of view creates my reality. And I had the tools of talk to the entities since the beginning. I basically jumped into Access with talk to the entities, and it helped me a lot. And we have all this talk on psychic attack and black magic and the fact that they are not real, and it's the power you gave them. And still, it took me a while, because, okay, your point of view creates your reality, but you also have to look at your hidden points of view. If you deeply think that still somebody has power over you, and there's still somebody out there like, oh, okay, I'm good, I have power over this, like I know nobody can black magic me or psychic attack me, but you still have the point of view that some people are over you, or they are better than you in any aspect. It's still you giving power to them, because you have this point of view of, oh, they are better than me in this aspect, whatever that is, even if it has to do with relationship and you are comparing yourself with them through some other aspect. So what are your hidden agendas with people having power over you? And also there was the process that I gave Frederick, which is for psychic attack. Basically, when somebody thinks badly of you and sends you that, they can do it with entities and demons too. So what you can do is destroy and uncreate everything that allows you to be found and attacked. All the points of view, all the positions, and everything else you have taken that allows you to be found and attacked. And everything that is, will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. And destroy and uncreate all of your projections, expectations, rejections, and judgments you have. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. Destroy and uncreate all of your projections, expectations, rejections, and judgments. And all of the hidden stuff, including all the Shiku implants. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. And also, you don't have to actually be over them, but it's about destroying and uncreating your points of view. Like being interesting point of view. But you have to exercise this actually. Because I know all of you know about interesting point of view, but it's also about exercising it. And I think I had a conversation with somebody else. I don't think it was with you, Frederick. They were saying, oh, like each time before I'm posting to social media, I'm like, oh, what if somebody will send whatever stuff to me? So don't be like that. Like, don't put yourself into the mouth of the wolf. Because that's also like thinking, oh, somebody will shit on me. It's basically like the same thing. Oh, I think we will come back to this psychic attack subject, but I would like to take the question in French. Christy?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. So somebody said when you were talking about having people over you that, so her name is Natalie, she said that she put money more powerful than her. And she wants to know if you have a suggestion of a clearing statement that you can use to not do that.
Mm-hmm. So this applies to money and other things also. So what have you made significant about money, first of all? And everything that is, will you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, povats, bases, creations, and beyonds. And making money insignificant, it doesn't mean that you will not have it anymore, or that you will throw it away like crazy and be stupid with it. And what if money is something that you co-create with? It's like your lover. It's like more of your lover than your boss. I think that's like a great question. What if money is your secret lover, not your boss? That tells you what to do and never pays you? And everything that brings up for all of you, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, provides, bases, creations, and beyonds. So what it would take to co-create with money rather than be in competition with money? Because when you make money or anything else bigger than you, it's like you are in a competition. It's like, let's find out who is greater, me or money, or being poor. And you run, but you've already decided that you lost. So you don't kind of run anymore and you just let it. And you don't even, actually, you don't, not that you don't run anymore, but you like arrive at the station and you are not even interested in who won anymore. Because you already decided that money or whatever, it's greater than you. And there is a great phrase in Talk to the Entities beginning manual. Let me look for it, but it's quite this. One second. Tum, tum, tum. I don't find it. But it was basically about when you decide that, wait. Yes, so I found it. It's actually about coping, but never mind. So coping are what we do instead of receiving and being aware. And then it says, coping doesn't actually works. It's a survival action. This is more about survival. So it's a survival action. And as you are in survival, you have already decided you are at a disadvantage. So as soon as you are in survival mode, you have already decided you are at a disadvantage. And maybe some of you don't get it, but like when you make something bigger than you and basically create a problem with it, like I have a problem with money, I have a problem with relationships, I have a problem with whatever, and I barely get it day by day with this problem of mine. It's survival mode. How can I keep myself alive till the next day? So everything this brought up Will you all please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, bovine species, creations, and beyonds. Anybody else has questions about power? What would you like to know?
And for me, this is like with entity. When you think they have power over you, you are done. You can't even, if you clear them or, they have power over you. So this is important to know that you are the most potent being in your universe for me. So, and so many people think or are frightened about entities, or they make it more significant and more powerful than them also.
So now we are stepping now into the talk to the entities part of this class. So yeah, many people have made entities such a weird subject, but it's not weird, and it's just one of the other natural kingdoms, just like bacteria, just like animals, just like plants. And this is actually like a great piece of information. Like they are just part of the natural kingdom on Earth. They are, yes, they are different, but they are in this game with us. And yes, maybe you don't acknowledge sometimes the power and potency and contribution of plants and animals and bacteria and whatever, but they're still there and they are doing its stuff. And I don't really think life would be the same without them. What do you think? So what about at the beginning just saying, okay, yes, I get this information. I don't like snakes, so maybe I don't like entities so much for now. But let's see how this is. And let's see how this can contribute to me, actually. Because for some people, there's really this need of having tools regarding entities. There are like extreme cases of entity awareness, like I am. I was an extreme case of entity awareness. But there are other people who are not like going into depression because of entities, but the entities can still contribute to their life. It's like a missing piece of their life they can add. So what if you could, for now, just start including this into your awareness? Like, oh, the entity world, hey, they're always here with us. There is a fun home play I give to all of the Talk to the Entities classes. And I tell them, for like 24 hours or 48 hours or whatever, for like every second, acknowledge the fact that you have your teammates with you. So if you don't know about teammates, I will shortly introduce you to this. So teammates are your spirit group. I don't know how to shortly introduce this. There are some beings that have always, they have been with you towards all the lifetimes that you had, and they are with you, and they are here to help you anytime. They are like your family of spirits, whatever. And I ask participants in Talk to the Entities to really acknowledge every second of those 24 hours that they have their teammates with them, like all the time, even when they pee, even when they cook, even when they whatever. So you can also do this. Just include and think for the next 24 hours, like, oh, entities are here with me, because they are here with you.
And how was it for you at the beginning when you were aware of them and you didn't know what it was, or how did you?
I know what it was. But it was a matter of how to deal with it. I mean, growing up in Romania, usually you pretty much know you are dealing with entities. Or at least this was my case, but I knew like from very, very, very young that I'm aware of ghosts and all of that. Maybe not with using the word aware of ghosts, but I know that there were ghosts and demons and like lots of creatures. And sometimes it was fun and sometimes it was not fun. And at some point I was, because it's funny, like for many people as they are younger, they have more experiences with ghosts and more like intense or whatever, like more experiences with ghosts as they are little, and then as they grow up they have less of that. But for me it was kind of, as like with time it was getting more and more intense. And at some point I couldn't sleep, I couldn't eat, I couldn't anything. I was depressed. I wanted to kill myself. I was like, I'm so fucking done with this shit. I've tried like thousands of things. I was going to church. I was doing that and this and that and listening to whatever clearings on YouTube and going to 10,000 different modalities to try to somehow tone this down, and it was not working. It was like getting more and more intense, and I was like, oh. And I said, okay, something has to change. I cannot go on like this. And I was totally down for 1 week, and then somehow I found access somehow. But this is like a extreme case. Like I know I was dealing with this. It was very clear for me. I was trying for many years to get rid of black magic and entities and demons and blah blah blah. But for some people it's not like that.
Yeah, and the magic of access tool is that it treats entities and all this stuff with a lot of lightness and space. That's what I really like.
Yeah, and it actually works.
And it works.
Yeah,
so
and
well.
it works more than you think. So again, you don't have to be one of these extreme cases where you are like so aware of entities and they all come to you to talk to you because people around you don't know how. But just what can entities contribute to you? And not from making them the source again, because hello, this is what this class is about. But actually from what can they contribute? And what can you co-create with them? And it's just like adding something new to your life. It's like not having a new friend, because you will have like several new friends, but just adding something totally new to your life. It's like changing location totally and making totally new friends and not speaking with anybody from your life before, something like that. I don't know, you have to see for yourself. But what if you would include all beings and judge none? And especially judge none as greater than you. Oh, and I see how to recognize and acknowledge power and receive it so we don't put anything above us. What did it take? Instead of thinking, okay, how do I do this? Don't think of how will I do this or how to do this. What did it take? What did it take for me to recognize and acknowledge my power? What is my power? And start with destroying and uncreated everything you decided your power is not, or your power cannot be, or that you cannot be power. I am money, I am power. I am power. And again, everything you decided power means and power is, will you destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, provides basis, creations, and beyonds. And the fact is that you are the source of your life. Nobody else is. You cannot expect for, because what happens when you put the power to somebody else, it's basically you give them power to create your life. You say like, you put a sign like, oh, I think this person is greater than me, so I would like them to create my life. I will not do it, but they will not do it, of course, because you don't even ask them. Like, I mean, if you'd go to that person and you'd say, hi, I think you are greater than me. I see you as this whatever. Can you please create the life for me? Like instead of me, please? Because I have this point of view that you are greater than me. So I don't want to do this anymore. Can you do it for me? So maybe if you do this, it would be easier. But if you don't want to do this, you have to recognize that you are the source of creation for your life.
And I would add something, because I have seen some people with entity, listening entities, so they ask for help, and entity, they listen entity that say, hey, you should do that, and you should do that. And this is where you get out of your power, because you just listen the entity and what they say. And there is a girl that left access because an entity, for example, told her that it was a better choice to leave. So this is disempowering you if you listen to entities that are less conscious than you, for example. So the
Yeah. And usually those are demons also.
yeah.
Like entities that tell you what to do. Usually they are demons. But it doesn't mean that they cannot contribute to you. So it does not exclude that. I mean, it doesn't mean that because there are demons, there are not other entities that can contribute to you. But I reminded myself of this example, like, how can you tell if a woman has breast implants or not? You have to figure out yourself. That's how you also have to figure out what entities want to contribute to you and which ones don't. Yeah. Yes, Christine.
I have another question on the French chat, and it says, I have intensities in my body, and I think that that comes from the entities that I have around me, but I prevent myself from really understanding what's going on. How could I have more clarity about this?
It seems like you have clarity already, like you just told me. Oh, I have intensity in my body and it's because of the entities around me. So what do they want? What energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to shift, change, and transform all entities and energies with ease? And everything that does not allow that, can you please destroy and uncreate it all? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 100 shores, boys, provides bases, creations, and beyonds. Or maybe they just want to talk to you. Or maybe they want to contribute to you. Somebody who just wrote on the chat, I don't want to talk. That's fine.
I remember when I began my first class of entity, and I had the tool. There was many entity coming, and I was overwhelmed. At a certain point, I say, "Oh, go back. You go and see other facilitator. I don't want to talk to you." And I just so
Yeah.
sometimes you can just say, hey, it's not the moment.
Yes. So
Yeah.
there are like so many tools. You can totally set boundaries with entities. You can set business hours. You can make it very easy on you and on them too. And you can make it a happy relationship. And if you really want to learn more about this, take a Talk to the Entities class. And I'm just gonna say that we have a class in a very beautiful place in the south of France in July, at the end of July.
Yeah, it is 25 to 28. There is the beginning,
Yes.
and there is an introduction also, and intermediate. And you can do it online or in France. And there is some room for Zoom, free room if you want to come and stay here. So just a little vacation.
Yeah, I think it's not.
Entities.
Yeah, it's not a secret anymore. We have a secret location in the beginning. It's not a secret anymore. Where in the south of France, so it will be in Vence,
Yes.
which is near Saint Paul de Vence, which is amazing. And we will have a house there, and you can also sleep there. So we have that available. If you want more information, you should contact Frederick. Yes.
In nature. A lot
Yeah,
of green.
we have a pool too, I guess. We will do the class in the pool with the entities that want to talk to you. We can do like many exercises. It's like a perfect place to do like another who has power over you class, because you can compare yourself to many people who are coming to Saint Paul de Vence. It's a very exquisite place.
Yeah, and I wonder what this contribute to the house and what the house can contribute also. So it's interesting that everything can be a contribution, and so
Yeah.
And I was wondering also, I had a question about why to do a entity class. What this can bring to your business, to your life, to your body, or whatever. I don't know. It's just a question I have, because business it change a lot also sometimes. So
Yes, I know. So entity world works in magical ways. And I don't want to be like, oh, it will solve this or that for you, but it really works in magical ways that you may not expect. And it can do stuff with your body, it can do stuff to your business, it can do a lot of stuff. It's not just them contributing to you, but also that. And you have to also get that they're just like you, but they don't have bodies. They're just like beings without bodies. But just sometimes the fact that you allow the entities to be in your world and you to be aware of them and not reject this awareness can contribute a lot. And yes, they usually bring a lot of stuff for you. It's a long receiving talk about this, because you don't see them, and how can you receive from something you don't see? You expect it all to be so logical, but this is not logical. This is very out of your mind. This is like fairy world. So get out of your mind. Just saying. There are beings of each sizes, big, small, very big, very small, medium, large, that are here for you, even if you acknowledge it or not. Either if they are here for you to like offer you money or to offer you some acknowledgement or some awareness that will help you out. I wish I could better explain this, but I can't. So you have to see for yourself.
And yes, if we could be aware of visible and invisible, of everything,
Like,
never avoid anything.
I used to give out this example of there's your world that you can see and somewhat understand. And then in parallel, there's the entity world, and they work together. And do you acknowledge it or not? Because acknowledging really helps receiving more and creating more. And will you see that there's this other world of the entity world who's like co-creating with us? Who's trying to help you out? And who can also be a pain in the ass, but it's all workable. We can work through that. So, yeah. Give it a try, I would say. And I think we are done for tonight. You will receive a recording of this. Re-listen to it or don't. And hope to see you very soon. And thank you so much for being here tonight. And thank you, translators. And thank you, all the beings who made this very easy. And thank you, guys. Woo!
Thank you very much.
And I will wait for you to show me how powerful you are from tonight forward. Thank you, guys.